Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to my big bro Dave over at Callie's Groom Room. If you guys haven't checked his channel out, be sure to go pay him a visit. But he just reached 1,000 subscribers, man. I can't believe that you finally did it, man. This is awesome. Super proud of you, man. A way to go. Keep up pumping up those great videos, man. And thank you so much for just, being there, helping encourage me, helping with my channel, helping, share some of my videos, just, chopping it up and just being, overall a good buddy of mine. So thank you so much for all that you've done for me, man. Super proud of you, man. Keep up the good work. You're on to 1,000, and then, man, you're going to be at 2,000, 3,000, and so on and so forth. The sky is the limit, brother. Keep putting out those videos, man. Keep being you and keep rocking that hair and that beard, brother. Hey, what's up, fragrance family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and today I'm bringing you 7 fragrances that are going to help you stand out in the crowd. And this is going to be the niche edition. I will do a designer edition, and this is also going to be a tag video. So be sure and stick around to see who I tag, and be sure and see what these fragrances are. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I said, my name is Tyler. This is my channel, Simply Fragrances, where we talk everything fragrance related. That's right, we're doing tag videos, we're doing giveaways, we're doing weekly rotations, interviews, everything that encompasses fragrances. So if that sounds like something that you want to be a part of, be sure and hit the red subscribe button, guys. We're almost at 850 now, guys. We are slowly but surely getting on our way to the goal of 1,000. So thank you guys so much for that. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the love and support you guys have shown. That really does mean a lot to me. So like I said, this is going to be a tag video. I'm going to tag some people later on, and this is going to be 7 fragrances that I think are going to help you stand out, make an impression, if you will. These are going to cut through the the cooler fall air as we're getting into the later fall, early into winter, just as the weather starts to change. These ones are going to cut through that cold, brisk air, whether it's daytime or nighttime, and they're going to smell great and help you stand out above the crowd. So really excited to bring this to you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. These are in no particular order. So the first one I'm going to start with is one that I have a sample of, obviously, as you can see from here. I don't have a full bottle because it comes from the house of Raja, however you want to say it. Roja, there's so many ways that people pronounce it, but I say Roja. But this comes from the house of Roja, and I don't have any bottles of them for one reason and one reason only. It is because I love their fragrances and they're expensive. So maybe there's 2 reasons. And so I love their fragrances and they're expensive. So if I get one bottle, then I know I'm gonna wanna dive deep into that hole of getting the whole collection. So I've got Scandal, I've got Danger, I've got this one, which I'll tell you about here in a second. I've got a couple others in sample form, just because I just know if I get one bottle, I'm gonna wanna go ahead and get the other bottle. So to save myself a lot of money right now, I am not getting bottles. But the fragrance I'm talking about, guys, is Creation E. And this one, man, this one has really grown on me. Like, whenever I first got this, I didn't quite get it. I didn't quite understand what the hype was all about. I smelled it and I was like, it's not a bad smell by any means, but I just didn't fall in love with it. And I think it was because I wore it in the spring versus now we're into the fall. I've almost ran out of my decant because I have wore it so much, guys. I love this stuff. It does kind of give off this almost like Coca-Cola like vibe to it. I know some people say that they get almost like a Coke float type of vibe because it smells like Coke, but it's pretty sweet. And so, guys, I get a lot of woodsy notes in here. There's some amber, there's some vanilla in here, and man, it's a really great scent. Like, I don't really know how else to describe it. It smells like you just kind of got your stuff together. You smell elegant, you smell sophisticated. It's kind of a gentleman style-ish fragrance, but it doesn't lean on like the barbershop fougere type by any means. It just has a masculine quality to it. Very woodsy, spicy. It does kind of have that Coca-Cola vibe to it, but Creation E from Roja Dove, man, it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's gonna help you stick out above the crowd, and this stuff lasts, I kid you not, guys. I get like 14 to 15 hours plus off of this stuff. It is absolutely amazing. So if you can afford a bottle, definitely recommend it. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my samples of the Creation E. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave a bottle up here for you guys to look at, so that way you get the full bottle presentation. I always try and do that if I can, but I just don't got the bottle right now. So that is the bottle presentation for it, but Creation E definitely had to be on the list. All right, guys, so moving with the list right along in it, guys, just keeping with the samples, I want to get those knocked out of the way first so that I can give, the bottle presentations of the other ones that I have. This one comes from the House of Argos, and this is one that it kind of had to grow on me too, and you'll see why here in a second. So this is Argos, and this is Triumph of Bacchus. This is the little sample that I have of it. And shout out to Scott Aromatico. He sent this to me, and a couple others from that house, and a couple others from Zoologist. So I got to start reviewing some of those. But this is Triumph of Bacchus, and the reason why it had to grow on me is, yeah, I get it. It smells kind of like red tobacco, just more elegant and sophisticated, and I definitely get that. But what I get a very striking resemblance to, and no one's really ever talked about it, at least to my knowledge, I get red tobacco mixed with Parfums de Marly Leighton. And the reason why this had to grow on me is I wasn't the biggest fan of Leighton. Now, I do like Leighton Exclusive, don't get me wrong. That is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. It takes the Leighton DNA, but it gives it like this chocolate coffee accord. It's got some more tobacco in there, and it's amazing. This, to me, it gives off that same type of vibe as the Parfums de Marly Leighton, and I guess it just brought back those memories of Leighton. And I don't like the opening to Leighton because it has like this menthol type of vibe to it. Kind of smells like Vicks Vapor Rub. But this, however, does not. I definitely get the pear that everyone is talking about. I get that, and I get that red tobacco vibe, so very tobacco heavy. But there's something about it that, to me, it reminds me of if Leighton had tobacco in it with the note of pear. That's exactly what it smells like to me in my nose. And it's really grown on me because I don't get that mentholy type of vibe that I would from Leighton. So this stuff has really grown on me. In fact, I wore this yesterday, and it was a perfect night to wear it because it got down into the low 40s, high 30s, and it just performed very, very well. So Triumph of Bacchus from Argos might be having to get me a bottle of that one. So definitely had to be on the list. All right, guys, so moving right along with the list. This one I'm super excited to bring to you guys. This, if you've been a part of my channel for any length of time, you know that this is my favorite tobacco. This is my favorite leather-based fragrance that I've ever smelled. I love this stuff, guys. It just performs and pushes out off my skin, and it's so classy, so elegant. I call this my Mac Daddy juice, and this is good for good reason, guys. This is Parfums de Marly Godolphin. I wore this not last Friday, but the Friday before last. And my goodness, guys, this stuff is killer. I love this stuff. This is all about leather, but leather done right. It's not super like stanky animalic type of leather that you can get sometimes. It's a very smooth, calm, almost creamy type of leather. And there's like this citrus note in here, and it's not listed, but I get raspberry, like almost kind of like a Tuscan Leather, but not quite as dark, in my opinion, as Tuscan Leather. This one, it's a little bit more light, creamy, a little bit more aromatic, if you will. Not aromatic in the sense of it's just a lighter type of a leather-based fragrance, and I love this stuff, guys. This, I feel very confident when I wear this stuff. I call it my Mac Daddy juice because every single time I wear it, guys, it boosts my confidence, and I get compliments, guys. I went out to a new restaurant with one of my buddies. I wore that. He was like, man, you smell really good. What is that? Boom, told him what it was. He liked it. I like it. The waitress, she said that she liked it. So it gets the compliments, guys. It helps you stick out above the crowd. I will say though, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone under the age of 20. That's just my, personal take on it. I think that leather-based fragrances do tend to be, a little bit more for a mature audience. I'm not 30 yet. I'll be 30 here in a couple months. So I would say 25 and up. That's who I would, see wearing this. But wear what you want because there are really no rules to fragrances. It's all subjective, but that's just my advice for it. But Parfums de Marly Godolphin definitely had to be on this list. All right, guys, so are you ready to be transported to a different continent, to a different region altogether when you wear something? Because this stuff does it for me, guys. This comes from the house of Andy Towers, and this is Lairdo Desert Moroccan, however you say it. There's a couple different ways to say it, but this stuff, it just smells like a Moroccan spice market, guys. It is absolutely amazing. It just, there's so many, like there's warm nutmeg and cinnamon. I get oak moss in here. It's almost kind of creamy and the dried out, guys. It's just absolutely gorgeous. There's nothing that quite smells like this. I have had people say that they get a resemblance to the Tom Ford's Bout de Jour in the dry down because of like the creamy oak moss. I can kind of see that with this, but there's just so much other stuff going on with this, guys. It really does transport you to some sort of Moroccan spice market, you got the warm hot desert sand, you got the warm desert air just kind of blowing through off that sand. Maybe a picture of going through a spice market where they've got all these different spices hanging down from the street vendors and everything like that. It just kind of encompasses that, and it really just transports you to a different time and a different place, guys. This stuff is absolutely amazing. I don't think that it gets the love that it deserves, guys. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. I will say, hey, you guys ready to get just a little bit naughty? Like, is that okay? Can we get a little bit naughty? Because this fragrance, this stuff means business. It's a very naughty fragrance, guys. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Siren. This stuff, my goodness, guys. Be careful when you wear this, because this stuff will set the mood, if you know what I mean, guys. This stuff is like magic. At least I can tell you from personal experience, this stuff works. Whew, my goodness, guys. This stuff is absolutely gorgeous. So if you guys didn't know, if you guys new to the fragrance game, Curly Scents and George Zaharoff, as well as Justin Copeland and Ross Carlos, they teamed up with Zaharoff and they got to create their own fragrance. And this is Curly Scents fragrance called the Siren, guys. This stuff is amazing, guys. This is warm, spicy, boozy. There is some ginger in here that is absolutely gorgeous to die for, guys. You get chocolate in here. You get that warm cognac vibe to it, guys. This stuff means business, and it's not afraid to get naughty, guys. This stuff will set a mood. Like I said, be careful when you wear this stuff, because I know from personal experience, from wearing this stuff out and about in the cooler weather, compliments after compliments after compliments, guys. This stuff, it works. It is amazing. My wife loves this stuff. I love this stuff, guys. It really helps set that mood. The projection, it's not super powerful, but I don't think you need it to be, because whenever you're in those kind of, settings, maybe you're on a date night, or, maybe, whatever's about to go down, you're going to be in more of a close proximity with each other. And that's where this stuff does its magic. Now, don't get me wrong, it will project a little bit. I'd say for the first, 45 minutes to an hour, you get about an arm's length of projection. And then it does kind of set close to the skin, but you're still pushing out a good 4 to 5 inches. At least that's my experience with the fragrance. And it lasts upwards of about 8 hours plus. That's my experience with it, but it is absolutely amazing, guys. I love this stuff. If you guys... All right, guys, so next on the list, we do have a heavy hitter on here, so I will caution with this one, guys. Be easy on the trigger, but if you guys do this right, this will get you compliments, it will get you the attention that you were looking for, and you're gonna stand out above the crowd. Guys, this is EBK's Ruby Vanilla Intense Oud. Now, we all know that I've done a couple reviews on this. This is Ruby Vanilla Intense. This is the original. This is from a house called EBK Paris. They're based out of, obviously, Paris, but this is their darker version. This is the EBK Ruby Vanilla Intense with Oud, and it is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Oud is one of those fragrance notes that it really kind of had to work on me, because it can be a little bit stanky, a little bit barnyard, animalic, kind of just like really in your face. But what they've done with this, guys, I don't know how they did it, but they made it just super smooth, like very smooth, well-rounded, almost kind of creamy. So you get that vanilla, you get the almond, you get the powdery nuances that you do from the EBK Ruby Vanilla Intense up there, but then you get the darkness and the richness with that added oud in here, and it is absolutely gorgeous. But guys, this stuff is powerful. I'm talking 2 sprays and you're getting at least 10 to 12 hours plus. At least that's how it is off of my skin. I went with 3 sprays one time, and I had to roll down the windows in the car. Like, it was that strong. I was choking myself out. I only wear this really whenever it gets into, I'd say, 40 and below. Like, this stuff, it is just strong and powerful. That's just my time that I think it is best to be worn. And with it getting into the middle of fall and getting into the earlier parts of winter here in the next couple weeks, I definitely think that this is a perfect time to break this out. It's gonna get down to, I think, like 27, 25 degrees tonight. So we are definitely definitely in this season to be wearing this. So guys, Ruby Vanilla Intense Oud. If you guys like oud, if you guys like, you know, sweet powdery almond, kind of creamy, with a little bit of a citrus twist in there, not so much in this one, but you still get that creamy almond, woody, just powdery type of vibe with some oud. I definitely recommend trying it. You can find them at Facebook, EBK Paris. You have a website, you can message them and then they'll get back to you within a couple days. And that's kind of how I went about and got this stuff. So give it a shot, guys, especially if you're wanting to kind of dabble with oud. I think that the fall and winter time is a great season to start doing that. I think that spring and summertime, at least in my own personal opinion, it's just a little bit too warm for the oud fragrances. But Ruby Vanilla Intense Oud definitely had to be on the list. All right, guys, so we are down to the last fragrance on the list. Thank you so much for watching this far. I do appreciate that, guys. Are you guys ready to go back overseas? Well, I guess depending on where you're watching, because I do know that I have some subscribers, you know, in different continents. So if you're in the States, we're gonna go back overseas. I'm gonna take you on a journey, guys, and you're gonna become Middle Eastern royalty, guys. This is what I get from this. I just feel like I smell like a sultan or just some sort of Middle Eastern royalty, guys, whenever I wear Jubilation 25 from Amouage. Amouage has become one of my favorite houses because, I mean, I don't really know how to word it, guys, but I'm a person where I enjoy the art of perfuming. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the mass appealing, everybody loves the easy to wear fragrances. I do like those, especially if I just want to spray something on, not give it much thought. But me personally, I love the more complex, more, how'd they make that? This is like really amazing. Haven't smelled anything like this type of fragrances. And that's what this does, guys. You're gonna get a lot of blackberry, honey, and oud. There's some frankincense and myrrh, guys. There's literally everything but the kitchen sink thrown into this juice. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. This will always be in my collection. I love this stuff. I cannot get enough of it. It's just amazing, guys. This to me is a perfect 10 out of a 10 in my own personal opinion. You know, we all have different likes and tastes, but if you guys want something to really stick out, you know, above the crowd, maybe make people's heads turn, maybe make them think, what is that he's wearing? I've never smelled anything like that. This is definitely the way to go, guys. And honestly, the whole house of Amouage, I mean, I don't have a lot. I need to get some more fragrances from them. There's a couple on my list that I'm dying to get. So here, hopefully soon, I'll be able to get those. But Jubilation 25, in my opinion, guys, it is a perfect fall and winter fragrance to make you stand out above the rest. No one else is gonna be smelling like this. I guarantee it, guys. There's nothing on the market, in my opinion, that I've smelled that smells anything close to this, or at least to the quality that this possesses. So Jubilation 25 by Amouage definitely had to be on the list. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Do appreciate that. Now, I gotta get into who I'm gonna tag. So, like I said, this is gonna be 7 fragrances. It's gonna help you stand out above the crowd, get you some attention, pretty much attention-grabbing fragrances that don't smell like everything else. Like, they're not gonna be like the super mass-appealing fragrances, but they are gonna smell good and they're gonna get you some attention. So, who am I gonna tag? And I'm gonna say that you can do whatever number you want. I just did 7 because there's, you know, always a top 5 or a top 10, just switching it up. So whatever number you guys want to do, feel free to do it. And I'm going to tag, first of all, my boy John Morrell from John Morrell Fragrance Reviews. If you haven't checked his channel out, be sure and go check it out. I'm going to tag my boy Mike from I Smell. And then a new guy that I've just kind of subscribed to, seen his stuff, it's been really good. So House of Colossus, I'm going to tag you. And then let's see. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I'm just gonna kind of leave it small and see kind of where this goes. But so 7 fragrances or however many you wanna do that are gonna get you some attention, that they're gonna make you stand out, help you stand out in a crowd type of fragrances. So can't wait to see what you guys got. Be sure and comment down below what you thought of the list. If there's something on here that you didn't agree with, let's talk about it. If there's stuff on here that you really do like, let's talk about it. I wanna know, guys, what are some of your favorite fragrances to wear in the fall, in the cooler weather, guys, that help you stand out above the crowd? Let's open up the comment section and we'll talk about it. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. And remember, if you love it, wear it.